People often associate Germany with Oktoberfest. It is one of the biggest and most famous festivals in the world. But what people don't realize is that there are different festivals throughout the year and throughout German cities. And this one is just as big and lively as Oktoberfest, just without the international recognition. This is Stuttgart Frühlingsfest, and it might be one of the most underrated festivals in Germany. Before getting into the festival, this is how easy it is to actually get there. From Stuttgart's main train station, it only takes about 10 minutes, either by train or by subway. Both run frequently and they stop actually very close to the festival. We chose to take the train for only one stop to Bad Cannstatt, and from there you just have to follow the crowd for like 5 minutes and you're in the festival already. So even though it's not in the city center, it's still very quick and easy to reach. So Frühlingsfest literally means spring festival, and this happens every year around springtime, so April, May, and it lasts a few weeks. And the one in Stuttgart is actually the biggest spring festival in Europe. So there are millions of people that visit this place, and basically the idea of the festival is that there's a bunch of different rides and also beer and traditional food. So you come here to walk around, go on the rides, have some beer, and enjoy some food. So we found a quiet corner to eat and have a beer. I have Käsespätzle, which is a traditional sort of noodle with cheese and onions from this region of Germany.
And I've got one of the traditional sausages. It's a Rotewurst. Usually it's served with bread. And optionally you can put ketchup, mayo, or zen, mustard. And yeah, it's very common, like festival food, stadium food. So it's whenever you go in Germany, when you have sort of festival, people eat different kind of foods. So Rote, Bratwurst, I think that's the most common in this area.
And we have beer. You can have different types of beer here. This is just regular pills. I love Käsespätzle. It's kind of like the German mac and cheese. And the cheese they use is really good. It's like really strong. I don't know which cheese they use, but it's definitely not a mild tasting cheese.
I think depends on the place. They use sometimes Bergkäse, which is like a cheese from the mountains, and it has like a strong taste and smell.
Actually, you get a lot of different sausages here, but I'm impressed because they have a lot of vegetarian options. Even vegetarian sausage.
I don't recommend vegetarian sausage, but the Rotwurst is really good. I mean, it's warm, it's fresh, and it also really goes well with a beer. So it's a perfect combination for this kind of festivals when you want to eat some fast and yummy food and keep going and discovering what else it offers.
So this behind me is a tent. This is completely different from the rest of the festival because it's like a huge hall with different tables, and people actually pay to get in on the weekends. If you come during the week, you don't really have to pay to get in, but during the weekends it's really crowded, so people book in advance. They buy a ticket, and that ticket for example, costs around 60 to 70 something euros, and then you can sort of convert that into drinks and food inside. So with 60 to 70 euros, that gives you the right to go to the table and sort of pay for your seat there, but also it's included some vouchers, which then you can get beer, you can get wine, you can get chicken, Käsespätzle, you can get different foods and drinks inside, but you have a limited amount of time to stay there. So the people behind me are waiting to go in because they have the ticket for the next appointment now. So this one is another tent, and they have several tents here, and each tent is actually from a different brewery, and they all have different vibes inside, and they serve, of course, different beer. So you choose the tent you want to go to based on which brewery you prefer. I got 2 toys. Cute, I'm so happy. They have some scary rides here, but some of them look really nice, and you have to pay for the rides, and the prices vary between like 2 to 3 euros up to around 8 or 9 per ride. So it adds up if you want to go to every ride, but they look really cool. So they have these little areas like this one behind me where you can sit, and you don't need a reservation for that. It's just free sitting for everyone, so you can buy anything you want to eat and drink around, and you just go here and sit. Or if you prefer, you can just go to a tent, get something to eat and walk around while you're eating it. But here, if you're sitting, you usually get a glass instead of a plastic cup, and when you get that glass, because you're sitting down, you need to pay for a deposit on that glass. It's usually around 2 euros. No matter what you are drinking, it's usually beer, but if you're drinking maybe Coke or something else, you also get that glass. And then you get the deposit back when you return that glass. They also have some shops here where you can buy the traditional festival clothes. These are lederhosen and dindels, which are typical clothing from southern Germany, especially in regions like Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg, which is where Stuttgart is. These clothes actually date back to the 18th and 19th centuries, where they started as everyday clothing for workers and farmers. Nowadays, people mainly wear them at festivals like this one and Oktoberfest. They're not required, but a lot of visitors actually choose to wear them, especially inside the beer tents, because it adds to the atmosphere. It's just traditional to wear these clothes at festivals. Right next to the festival is this area of town. It's a neighborhood called Bad Cannstatt, and it's actually one of the oldest neighborhoods in Stuttgart. That's why you see here in this central area of this neighborhood a lot of these beautiful old German buildings. Nowadays it's a very residential area, but you see also some nice cafes and restaurants around here. So if you have time after you go to the festival, I would recommend going for a walk here in Cannstatt because it's like a significant part of Stuttgart. This is kind of where the city started. And it's not in the city center, but it's still very central. It's like one stop away from the central station with the train, and it's just on the other side of the river from the city center. So that was Frühlingsfest in Stuttgart. It might not be as big and famous as Oktoberfest, but to be honest, I think that's part of its charm. It's cool that it's a very big traditional festival here, but it kind of flies under the radar internationally. So if you're ever in the south of Germany during spring, check out Frühlingsfest in Stuttgart and follow us for more content like this. See you in the next time.